All right, so this had me a little bit off put and all that stuff, but hey, it's your boy Zero, and I need to talk about something. I need to talk about these fake internet news pages. Like, I mean, completely and utterly fake. They always talk about certain things that go on, and today it really got me because a friend of mine shared this post on Facebook. I went to the actual uh, I clicked on the actual link and it took me to this particular thing. Give me a second. Yeah, it took me to this particular page, and this is basically what it was about. It was like he's just an aging rock clown. The moment Jonathan Davis silenced the View, and it was published supposedly today. I'm recording this on February 22nd, 2026. And it was published today, and it's talking about routine panel discussion on daytime television took an unexpectedly somber tone this week after a dismissive remark about Jonathan Davis was met with a quiet, deeply personal response that left the studio audience and co-host momentarily stunned. And it was basically it's just a whole bunch of things of a supposed conversation that goes on between Sonny Hostin, who's the co-host on The View, and you know, Korn frontman Jonathan Davis, right? And they show pictures of Sonny Hostin. They show pictures of you know Jonathan Davis as it is now, and I mean, this is what like it slowly, steadily devolves into now it's about Billy Bob Thornton silencing the View and all that stuff, and he's you know is that how Billy Bob Thornton dresses nowadays? But it's like they're constantly trying to make the View look bad from especially through Sunny Hostin, which granted, I don't watch The View. I don't know much about Sunny Hostin or what she stands for and all that stuff, but the main focus is like it's this weird situation that keeps popping up on my Facebook feed. Some people actually believe some of this stuff. Some people don't believe some of this stuff. It's weird. Uh, and if you notice the page, like let's go back to the page again. Let's just go back to the page again. On the top ad, you have Hilton Honors with Japanese text on it, and then you have a Norton 360 with ad for with Hispanic. I'm neither Hispanic nor Japanese. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not nearly as much as my sister. She actually took Spanish in high school and made sure that she learned as much as she possibly could. And me personally, I try every day to learn more and more Japanese because I do want to go to Japan one day. And I don't want to have to sit there and be like one of those usual foreigner going like, "Hey, can you direct me here?" I want to be like, "Hey, saying in proper Japanese, hey, can you direct me to this particular place? I really want to check it out and all this stuff, and try to be respectful." Heck, I also want to learn Korean so I can go to South Korea one day and actually, uh, you know, tour the place. Check out the place and all that stuff. Because I do like K dramas. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I like K dramas. I like J dramas. I like Korean and Japanese cultures. Okay, yeah, which is kind of weird considering the fact that uh, uh, you know their history against each other. But still, that's who I am. I like South Korean culture and I like Japanese culture. Can't help it. But you got all this stuff. going on, and I'm just like, are you crazy? So it's on the View. You would think it would be posted on the View. So I looked on YouTube, as you can see, and I typed in Jonathan Davis The View, and all it seems like there's a talk between Jonathan Davis and Steve-O on Steve-O's podcast, Wild Ride. You got Revolver, Korn, how Jonathan Davis created band's iconic logo. Um, there is nothing about Jonathan Davis being on the View, and I don't see why um, Jonathan Davis would ever be on the View. Doesn't it doesn't compute to me. And I'm a Korn fan. Okay, I loved Korn. When I was younger, when I was in high school, I still listen to some of their songs to this day. Yes, I know some of it can be very, very of a graphic sexual nature, but still, I don't mind. I like the songs. One of my favorite songs is uh, uh, Are You Ready? I think it's called Are You Ready? I could be wrong. But it was at the end of Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Are you ready? Um, and I also like the song they did for Tomb Raider. Or was it the first Tomb Raider or was it the second Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie? But it doesn't even show any fact of Jonathan Davis being on The View. Like, it just doesn't compute that he would even be on The View at this point. If Jonathan Davis ever showed up on The View, I'd literally be paying very close attention to the whole situation, and not because I think I think it's not just because I think it'd be a big deal. It just means that, like, why? Um, so I looked it up on YouTube, and I was like, hey, what? Or Google, actually, I'm sorry. And I was like, was Jonathan Davis on The View? And according to the AI thing, based on available information, there's no evidence that Korn frontman Jonathan Davis has appeared as a guest on the daytime talk show The View. And you got this right here. New Metal Legacies post. Uh, now it's saying something completely different. Um, Now it's saying something completely different. Now they're doing this whole little thing. Heat exchange on the View. Um, Again, I can't find this. Now it's saying that, like, him and Whoopi had like a argument. And of course, people are gonna sit there and assume that this happened, and they're like, "Oh," and it's AI. AI, people. AI is Taylor, you looking good. Okay, you're looking good, girl. You happen to just pop up on here and all that stuff, but you're looking good, my friend. Anyways, but like, you see all this stuff. There was never a time that Jonathan Davis was ever on the View. And look, I'm on Instagram now, and it doesn't say anything about him being on the View. Or let's look up another thing. I mean, Wikipedia. I could look up Wikipedia, but it wouldn't show me if he was on anything. But he was never on the View. And now TikTok is trying to do it. Let's look at what TikTok tried to say. Jonathan Davis on the View. the View interview. There is no look.
I am a huge fan of the series The Chosen, which shows the humanity of Jesus in a way we haven't seen before and highlights him and the apostles in a different way. What's really
Again, that's the only View thing and had nothing to do with Johnson Davis.
Gonna be a drama magnet. She's always around me, and it's just a catchphrase. When I see some crazy shit going on, I want to get involved and try and fix it.
Nothing about Johnson Davis on the View. Like, that is basically the whole situation. Like, we got AI stuff that shows you a picture of him being on the View. It's like, what do you call it? Oh, what was that thing we used to use back in the day? Photoshop. It's just Photoshop AI. Okay, it's also just a whole bunch of crap, like AI script that was written down that like says this happened. I've seen this happen with a lot of other different like uh people, a lot of other different situations going on where it's like, and they usually use the View as like the worst source and all that stuff. So I just really want people to understand something. If you like, connect the dots. Why would the View have Johnson Davis on their show in this current climate? Or ask yourself this question: why would Jonathan Davis ever go to the View? If you haven't heard of Jonathan Davis talking about a whole bunch of different things, or if you can't show me like a legitimate video evidence proof of Jonathan Davis being on the View, not some random AI. I mean, I know AI can do a lot nowadays, but I mean, I'm talking about I want to like fully, truly know that Jonathan Davis is on the View before I believe Jonathan Davis is on the View. There are a lot of celebrities who are supposedly on the View and having an argument, a disagreement with Sunny Holston. And while, yeah, sometimes Sunny Holston can be quite rude and not really fully grasp what is trying to be said by other people, for what I've heard and some of the videos I've actually seen that I can somewhat believe are actually valid. Um, yeah, I just I just don't see that happening. So I'm like most of these View posts I see on Facebook, I just don't believe in them, and I want other people to realize that. Don't believe most of those posts. Like, goodness gracious, like unless you are legitimately watching the View, like legitimately watching the View, and you see your favorite celebrity or whatever on the View, or you hear they're actually going to be on the View from their own sources and all that stuff. Like, I feel like at this point now, more than ever nowadays, celebrities have to like kind of give away their itinerary of where they're going to be, in order for people to not fall for this AI crap. This is the fault that people are having with AI at this point. And sorry, I got something in my eye. Oh goodness gracious, it will not stop bothering me. But yeah, I mean, this is the biggest issue that we're having with AI is that people are going to be making false claims, saying that certain people are on certain shows that they really wouldn't even be caught dead on. Um, there will be certain discussions that aren't actually real discussions going on just to make certain people look bad. Like, before long, you're gonna see somebody make a like you're gonna see somebody make a AI video of a guy cheating on his girlfriend, and the guy never did any of that. He was at work. He was actually legitimately at work, and his girlfriend's just gonna believe it, and it's gonna cause him to split with his girlfriend just so that some other person, whoever made the AI video, can get with the girl or get with the guy. AI is not our friend at this point. AI is just another way to cheat the system or cheat others and all that stuff. So, definitely be on the lookout of those. Like, really do some research. Like, legitimately, if you see something on Facebook that seems like it could be out of left field, especially anything that has to do with the View, just especially with a celebrity that probably wouldn't have been caught dead on the View, wouldn't even be like, I don't know if they would be invited to the View, or if they're, or they would want to take an invite to go on the View. Type it up, type it up. If you see some kind of argument between Sunny Host and Whoopi Goldberg, because it's always Whoopi or Sunny in these particular AI things. It's never going after any of the quote unquote Republicans on the thing, on the View, because it's a mix of Republicans and Democrats on the View most of the time. At least as far as I remember, it was. So I'm just saying, do some extra research with anything that you see on the internet nowadays. Like, I mean, shoot, we already had all those death hoaxes back in the day, and I used to constantly go looking for it because I fell for a couple of them. Like, remember when they said that Carlton died? And yet, recently, Carlton, I'm using his character's name, Alfonso Roberto. He they said that he passed, and then he, very week or two later, he was on either Dancing with the Stars or he was on some game show, and he was hosting the game show. And now he just recently lost his friend. So, as far as I know, James Vanderbeek. Supposedly Alberto Ribeiro, Alfonso Ribeiro was, well, yeah, he was best friends with James Vanderbeek, and he just lost his best friend. So, yeah, take with that what you will. But I'm heading out. I'm off. I got things to do today. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.